What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. Today, we're going to talk about NFL honors and give you our predictions for who is going to win each of the major awards. All that and much more coming your way right now! All right, Nick, NFL Honors is a great time to recognize those who, honestly, were obvious standouts, whether they were rookies or just veterans who made an absolute splash this year. I think we've got a really good list of potential candidates, but why don't we start off with the Comeback Player of the Year? I think this one is probably the most obvious, but I'll let you go because you've been talking about it all year.
Yeah, I love this guy, and it's rightful that he's the only option for this award. Alex Smith, from that horrific injury, almost took his life, not his career, but his life. And then he returns to the football field and then starts as a quarterback, winning games for the Washington football team, who made it to the playoffs. You couldn't script a story better than that. That's amazing. Alex Smith, you're an amazing human being. You deserve every bit of this award. I hope they rename this award after you because you deserve it. What a special guy. Seriously.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Alex Smith definitely deserves this award, and maybe that one day they will name it after him. But as of right now, I think winning the award is good enough at this point in time. I'm going to move over to Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I think this one's pretty obvious. Justin Herbert. I think Joe Burrow had a lock for this if he finishes the season, but he obviously was short. His season was shortened by his knee injury, which opened the door for Justin Herbert, who lit up the stat sheet in his rookie year. He started 15 games after Tyrod Taylor's mishap with the punctured lung, and that quote unquote mishap. I think the team actually did it on purpose, but that's a conspiracy theory for another time. He completed 2/3 of his passes, so 66.7%. He threw over 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions in his rookie year, which is really good for a rookie. His longest pass went for 72 yards, but he was sacked 32 times. This man was sacked 32 times in 15 games. That's incredible. This man was hit constantly. So I think Justin Herbert definitely deserves Offensive Rookie of the Year. One of the best arm talents that we have, one of the best young arm talents we have in the NFL. Definitely look for Justin Herbert to have a spectacular career moving forward.
Oh, absolutely. Justin Herbert is really, really special, and I love everything he's about. He definitely deserved this award, and hey, he still might have won it if Joe Burrow didn't get hurt. So I wouldn't say Joe Burrow was a lock, but Herbert they were neck and neck with each other. But I still really like Justin Herbert for this award. As for the Defensive Rookie of the Year, there's pretty much only two options that you could really go with, but the guy who made the biggest impact was Chase Young. This guy absolutely demolished the offense in front of him. You saw that Washington defense, the real reason that this team made it to the playoffs. He was unstoppable when he was out there. This guy has everything you want in a defensive end. Everybody was right when they said he's better than the Bosas. He is the best product out of Ohio State in a long time. Don't shake your head. It's fact. Chase Young, it was a beast this year. He deserves this award. He will be named Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Why are you always hating on Nick Bosa?
I'm not hating on. I said the Bosas, Joey and Nick.
Always hating on Nick Bosa, huh? All right. Well, I believe, Chase Young obviously deserves this award. I think Jeremy Chin was a close second, but his impact, although fantastic and pronounced with the Carolina Panthers, simply because they weren't able to get over the hump and make the playoffs. I think that takes him out or takes some off of his resume for this award. So I think Chase Young definitely deserves it. But let's move over to Offensive Player of the Year. The guy who ran me to my fantasy championship, Derrick Henry. This man is unstoppable. Ran for over 2,000 yards. Go check out our video on him. We go over every single accolade that he had this year. There shouldn't be a single question about this. Derrick Henry was by far and away the most unstoppable force on the offensive side of the ball that wasn't a quarterback. This man just blew through defenses. He ran for 200 yards in 3 separate games. It unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. This guy is a pure stud running back in the NFL and definitely deserves to be named Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, it really should be pretty cut and dry when it comes to Derrick Henry. I mean, you just don't see running backs these days do what he's doing. He is truly a special talent, especially at that position. Now, I think where things get a little hairy, and this is where we're going to have like the most confrontation, is with Defensive Player of the Year. Now, I really believe that it comes down to Aaron Donald and TJ Watt. These guys balled out for their teams. They got a ton of sacks, they got a lot of pressures. I mean, they did it all for each team. And I think Aaron Donald is going to edge out TJ Watt specifically because the Rams have less talent on the defensive side of the ball than the Steelers. TJ Watt is surrounded by guys like Cameron Hayward and Minka Fitzpatrick and all these guys that can help rush the passer. Bud Dupree also, before he got hurt, was a top sack leader in the NFL. So there's so much talent on that team. Aaron Donald, there really isn't anybody else on that line that you can truly talk about and say they were also a force that helped Aaron Donald in certain situations. Aaron Donald was doing it himself. He's taking 2 guys and just pushing them backwards and getting to the quarterback constantly. It's extremely impressive. He's won this award multiple times so far, but he deserves to win it a 3rd time because he is just that dominant. He is going to end his career as the best defensive player of all time, and this needs to be a part of his accolades. Aaron Donald truly was special and continues to be special.
TJ Watt is the anchor of that Steelers defense and deserves a ton of praise. It's tough to be able to take something away from him because of the surrounding talent. It's tough to make that argument because, listen, he can't help who's around him and that they're also productive. You're talking about one of the best defenses in the league, and he is the leader of that defense, both statistically and vocally. So I believe that TJ Watt definitely deserves some recognition here, but Aaron Donald is just a man amongst boys. I mean, this guy, he knows exactly what it takes to beat double and triple teams on the interior of the defensive line. He just splits the guards and the center and absolutely demolishes quarterbacks for fun. If the MVP pretty much wasn't a lock for the quarterback position every single year, Aaron Donald would be a multi-time MVP. He's just that dominant. He is the most valuable player outside of the quarterback position. All right, and then that'll lead us to the MVP award itself. I think this one is pretty cut and dry. Aaron Rodgers, that bad man Aaron Rodgers will win MVP. I think with everything he was able to do, with the lack of weapons that he has around him, Alan Lazard missed more than half the season. Marquez Valdez Scantling was his quote unquote number 2 receiver. It was him, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams. The 3 of them had to perform magic to lock up that number 1 seed in the NFC. They did an incredible job all season long. Obviously, don't forget this award is based solely on the regular season. It has nothing to do with the postseason. Everything that they were able to do was just magical. And Aaron Rodgers at the helm, it just, over 4,000 yards passing, over 35 passing touchdowns. This man, he doesn't stop. And he is one of, if not the best quarterbacks that we've ever seen. And, it's just one of those things where you got to give him credit and credit is due. So I think Aaron Rodgers wins MVP this year.
I completely agree with you. I mean, if this is what we're seeing out of Aaron Rodgers after they don't get him any weapons and they draft his replacement, I can only imagine what's going to happen when they draft Jordan Love's replacement next year. And Aaron Rodgers is saying, hey, I need some weapons. He's going to go out there and ball even harder. So I really hope that Aaron Rodgers continues the success. He's one of the best quarterbacks of all time, and he truly deserves to be named MVP for a third time.
All right, well, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you haven't already. We go live every single day. Say it with me, every
Every
single day.
single day.
There we go. All right, well, that'll do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Peace and love.